My name is Kyah, and I will be presenting my top 10 favorite sociological terms. The first term is socialization, which is the process through which people learn the expectations of society. Examples include children learning the beliefs, values, and social norms of their society. Boys playing with trucks and girls playing with dolls are an example of these social norms. Ethnocentrism, ethnocentrism, is when a person or group sees things only from their point of view. Examples of this are ridiculing Asian people for using chopsticks to eat and saying that people from England drive on the wrong side of the road rather than the other side of the road. Culture shock is a feeling of disorientation that comes when an individual encounters a new or rapidly changing cultural situation. Examples include traveling to another country and seeing the foods that they eat and realizing that people in Africa bathe without washcloths, which are both things that we do not do in the United States. Nature versus nurture is used to understand the extent to which an organization of society is based on social definitions and processes. It is a debate that argues one of two ideas. The first is that we are shaped by our own nature or the traits that we are born with. The second is that we are shaped by society and our experiences within it, which is known as nurture. An example of this is the question, is intelligence nature or nurture? Some people may argue that intelligence is nature, meaning that it's passed on from parent to child, while others believe that intelligence is based on your surroundings and where you grew up. So if a person has two smart parents, but something happens that separates the child from the parent, and the child has to grow up in a new environment without their parents, some people believe that they won't still have that same intelligence that they would have had if they would have lived with their parents. Age discrimination is the different or unequal treatment of people based solely on their age. Examples include patients refusing to be serviced by an older doctor, or assuming that an older person is less tech savvy. Social organization is the order established in social groups. Examples of social organizations are the police department, the fire department, and the military. Colorblind racism is ignoring the racial, ethnic, and cultural differences between groups. This results in denying the reality of these differences. An example of someone that is a colorblind racist is someone who refuses to see color by saying, oh, I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, purple, etc., I'll still treat you the same, because it completely disregards the fact that race is a factor in the way that people are treated in society. Black people are definitely treated differently than white people, so not seeing color means not seeing these differences, not seeing the discrimination. Agents of socialization are people or structures that pass on social expectations. Examples include families, the mass media, and peers. And families are typically the first agent of socialization for a child because they teach them the societal expectations from birth. And then it'll probably move on to peers where you learn how to socialize in school, how to act with your peers, and the mass media just influences everyone. The Protestant ethic is the belief that individual success was based on who was most favored by God. Because of this, Protestants believe that if they worked extremely hard, it would display their salvation, and this is shown and described more in Max Weber's book, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism. Finally, we have Marxism, which is a social structure created by Karl Marx. This structure is based on class struggle, which is shown through the idea of the haves and the have-nots. The haves are known as the bourgeoisie. These people own the means of production and are very wealthy. And the have-nots are known as the proletariats. These individuals only own their own labor and they're very poor.